Hello, hello. Today is day 7, last day of information that I wanted to share with you. And I actually thought that I would throw this in as a little bit of a bonus because it's something that I get asked a lot and I want to give you as much information as I can to help you on this journey. So I wanted to talk today a little bit about kids' lunches and how to tackle those and meal prep and plan those for the week. So my kids started school in the last year or two. My son is in 1st grade. My daughter is in kindergarten. And so I was super overwhelmed when I first started to think about school lunches, of how I was going to make them healthy, how I was going to make them last throughout the week so I wouldn't be making school lunches every night, because nothing is more dreadful than having to make school lunches every single night. Are you with me? So what I decided to start doing was making my kids lunches for the entire week. And I know what you're gonna say. Does the food stay fresh for the entire week? I have tweaked and perfected my process along the way to make sure that my kids' food is fresh for the entire week. And there are certain things that you can put in your kids' lunches that hold up well for 5 days, and there are things that don't hold up as well. And I'll share a couple of those with you today. So first off, I put my kids' lunches for the week in these color-coded containers. They are little bento boxes. I put their main course, like their carb and their protein source, here. I put the vegetable in the big one, and I put some fruit in the smaller one. They have lids that go with each one, and they come in boy and girl colors. So my daughter usually gets the purples and the red colors, and my son usually gets the oranges, the greens, and the blues, so I know in my refrigerator who is getting which lunches. I set all 10 of them out on Sunday every single week, and if you follow me on social media, you will see my posts about what I'm making for my kiddos' lunches every single week. And so it's kind of an assembly line effect, and it works for me. A couple of things that I really enjoy making for my kids that they love. First off, I want to say my son has peanut allergies. He's sensitive to gluten, and we try not to give him a ton of dairy. So making lunches can be a bit of a challenge for us, but I've kind of learned a way to make it work. So I put an assembly line of all of the food out, and I already pre-wash all my produce like you watched in video 2. So I have the carrots diced up, I have all the fruit chopped and ready to go. So it's literally an assembly line effect of dumping the food in these 2 little compartments. I typically give my kids carrots and cucumbers almost every single day for lunch. They seem to hold up the best, and to be quite honest, my kids don't really care for a lot of other raw vegetables. They will eat like cooked vegetables at dinner, but raw vegetables, carrots and cucumbers are about the only thing I can get them to eat raw. They're not into tomatoes or peppers or any of those things yet, but I'm working on it. So I usually stick to carrots and cucumbers. In the the fruit container, I typically like to put berries of some kind. They hold up good for the week. Clementine pieces that I buy the big clementines for, or melon, like pineapple, honeydew, cantaloupe that's already been diced up, and I literally assembly line dump it into each container. Then for our main course, it kind of depends on the week. I usually ask them what they want to eat, but a staple for my daughter is what we call chips and cheese, and I buy those tostada shells that you can get at your store. I guess I could have brought them out for you. And a can of black refried beans, and I spread the refried beans on the tostada shell, a little sprinkle of cheese, and I put them in the microwave, and then I cut them into pieces and put them in my daughter's lunch. She loves that. It holds up well for the week. She'll eat it cold, no problem. When I'm making lunches, I kind of think along the lines of like Lunchables. I don't want to buy the kids Lunchables. Sometimes there's a lot of processed ingredients and chemicals in there, but I can make my own healthier version. So you can do crackers and lunch meat. You can do little mini sandwiches. For a long time, I was making little mini pizzas for them, taking those sandwich thins, the whole wheat sandwich thins, putting a little sauce into a container and a little cheese, and letting them make their own pizzas. I also do sandwiches. They actually hold up pretty well for the week. I buy gluten-free bread for my kids, and I have never had a complaint that it's soggy or that they don't like it. So I do deli meat and cheese, try and buy nitrate and nitrate free. I do hold off on any kind of condiments, like neither of my kids really like condiments, like mayo or mustard or anything. So I think that helps with not letting the food be soggy at the end of the week. Quesadillas are great cold. I've never had a complaint about my kids not liking the food because it's cold or because it was made a week in advance or 5 days in advance. So those are kind of some things. I also have to pack them snacks throughout the week. So my staple snack for them every single day, and they never complain, is a string cheese, a pouch, and a clementine, a small orange, and I put that in their snack bag, and that's what they eat every single day at lunch. We have to be careful for peanut allergies in my son's classroom and my daughter's classroom. Both classrooms have other children that have allergies as well, so I have to kind of limit and read labels and watch some of the things that I do. But these staples work very well for our family. And then they're not eating a lot of processed food throughout the day at school, because we want our kids to be having a low sugar diet throughout the day so that they can focus and stay on task in class. So that's kind of my tips. Something that I do for breakfast for my kiddos a lot is I will make ahead things. And I know as a parent, I always struggle with my kids getting protein in the morning. So one thing that I always do is make large batches of frozen. I make batches of pancakes, and then I individually freeze them and put them in bags. These pancakes are full of protein. They have bone broth protein powder in them. You can buy the paleo version that has almond flour and coconut flour and all those kinds of things to boost the protein intake for your kids in the morning. So they're really not carbo-loaded pancakes. They are a healthier option. I also buy Greek yogurt plain, and we'll mix in some vanilla and a little bit of sugar, like coconut palm sugar or maple syrup, to sweeten it, and that's a great protein source in the morning as well. I do let the kiddos have some cereal in the morning. I try and pick like a Chex, and then I like to make muffins, homemade in large batches and freeze, and those kinds of things. We always have fruit in the morning to try and get them in as healthy of a breakfast as I can. So that's kind of my tips for getting the kiddos to eat healthy and packing lunches for them for the week. Let me know, you guys, if you have any questions about it. There are going to be resources available to you at the end of this video in the email, so check that out. And don't ever hesitate to ask questions. Reach out to me on social media. Just send me a message back through this thread. I hope you guys got a ton of information from me over the last 7 days. I am always here to help and coach you to the best of my ability. I do run accountability and motivation groups for families and women looking to boost their health, to reach some health and fitness goals, to tone, to lose weight, to teach their family a healthy lifestyle. I am by no means an expert. I am just in the trenches like you, doing it every single day and just trying to live the healthiest life that I can. So if you want more information about that, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to chit chat and see if I can help you reach any goals. So thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate your time the last 7 days, and I hope all these tips really help you in the future. So have a good day, you guys.